After much anticipation, Battlefield 1 is here, bringing with it a captivating narrative based on the events of World War I, along with a solid first-person shooter gameplay that fans have come to expect from the series. The campaign in Battlefield 1 is called War Stories, because that's exactly what they are. These stories follow different characters from different nations and their involvement in the war. For example, in one set of stories you play as an English tank driver, while in another set it sees you taking to the air as an American fighter pilot. The stories are also excellently crafted. You connect with these characters and you get a glimpse at their lives before the war. These feel like real people and you get to see what war has done to them. Regardless of which character you're playing with, the experience feels authentic and each story is unique in its execution. Not just in terms of location, but also with the type of gameplay involved. Thanks to this uniqueness, playing the campaign first is highly recommended as it will expose players to the mechanics used within the multiplayer. The gameplay is pretty much what you'd expect from the Battlefield series. Weapons have more of a realistic feel, and firing at an enemy from a fair distance results in bullet drop. Guns also tend to have fewer rounds in them, requiring more calculated use of the firearm itself. Thankfully, weapon crates can be found all over the campaign, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Operating vehicles such as the tank and biplane are a joy and never really feel like a complicated experience. Onto the multiplayer. This is the mode where players will be spending most of their time after finishing the campaign. Players can choose from 4 classes: Assault, Support, Medic and Scout. Assault will be the go-to class for players who want to bring in the big guns against vehicles while also being the best suited for close quarters combat. Support makes use of light machine guns and gadgets that are able to support both your squad and any vehicles on the field. Medic is exactly what it sounds like, the class that other players will rely on when it comes to healing and revival of fallen teammates. And finally, there's the Scout class. Scouts conduct warfare from a distance and are not the best in close quarters. They're also good for providing reconnaissance for the rest of the team, something which is very important on the field. Each class has its own abilities and weapon types and are suited for certain playstyles. The various classes have a fair amount of weapons to unlock, and this is done by ranking up and buying them with earned war bonds. However, newer guns doesn't necessarily mean better guns. It all depends on getting a feel for and understanding the weapon to effectively use it in combat. You're also able to customize the weapons, but don't expect too many options to play around with. Options are limited to recoil, sights, magnification and skins. Battlefield 1's multiplayer is brilliant no matter which mode you play. Aside from the fan favorites, a new mode called Operations has been added, which is a combination of the large-scale gameplay from Conquest with the close quarters combat of Rush, and takes place over a few rounds. However, Operations feels a lot more like the relentlessness of frontline combat, and sees players on either side battle to control a few points on the battlefield. Conquest still seems to be the best mode to go into if players want to experience pretty much all of what Battlefield 1's multiplayer has to offer, with its large maps and abundance of vehicles. Visually, Battlefield 1 looks incredible and is possibly one of the best looking games I've seen in a long time. Cutscenes show off visuals that border on photorealistic. The lighting, even in the most desolate locations, is amazingly well done. Where the visuals really shine, however, is when chaos on the battlefield takes its toll on the environment and the buildings. Battlefield 1 takes it to a new level when it comes to destructibility. Buildings can be completely destroyed and craters can form in the ground. It really is beautiful, unadulterated destruction. The Battlefield series has always been known to produce some of the best gun audio compared to other first-person shooters. Battlefield is no different, and it does incredibly well with both audio and the soundtrack. Battlefield 1 is an excellent game. It takes the brilliant gunplay and multiplayer we've come to expect from the series and improves upon it. The campaign channels both charm and tragedy tactfully and is a pleasure to play through the various war stories. There's definitely a whole lot of enjoyment to be had in the game, and for quite a while too. If you like this and you would like to see more, please leave a like on the video if you do see fit, and if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are playing Battlefield 1, please let me know what you think of it in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.